Morning, everyone. So, this is just something that I stumbled across last night, actually. What I found on last couple of days, I've just found a little problem finding some stock. I've actually got a liquidation to go to tomorrow, but I'm always wanting to have that next lot of stock. I mean, in this wardrobe is all, and in here is all winter stuff. But being in Australia, we're not in winter yet. So I'm on the cusp. So I'm sort of looking for both summer and winter items, to be honest. Now, in saying that, when you're a reseller and you rely on that job as an income, which I do, that yeah, you've got to have a plan. We can't afford just to live day by day, so I have to have a plan that's going to work. So anyway, I was laying in bed, and I go to a lot of liquidation sales with businesses that have closed down, but I've never, silly me, thought I was quite bright. I'd never really Googled online closing down stores. I mean, I've come across a few, but I've never Googled it. You Google it. Holy moly. There was hundreds. Now, naturally, that's worldwide, probably thousands worldwide. So I had to bring it down. I don't really like paying for postage. So I go on, and then in Australia, we also have a selling page called Gumtree. You in America have a different one. England has a different one. New Zealand probably has a different one. Ours is called Gumtree. It sells everything. They had so many. They also had make an offer. Nothing over $2. They had, now, okay, fair enough. They weren't everything that I wanted. But because I do children's clothes and toys, not a lot do what I do. As a reseller, you get it in a business, but I'm a reseller, so I don't get my clothes out of a pamphlet or anything like that. They're from liquidation sales. That's why my prices can be so much lower than everybody else's. So I get on there, and well, there was my night gone. I couldn't sleep. I was ticking and clicking and yahooing all night long. I now have, on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, we now have to run around and go to all these places and love it. I love it. My husband not so much, but he's quite happy to drive and read the paper while I'm running in doing whatever I have to do. And sometimes he comes in and be's the carrier, and sometimes he picks out things that I think, what are you thinking there, love? But anyway, he's old school. So I had never thought of doing, that's lovely language, doing this before. So I highly recommend it. I'm not going to tell you the pages in case there is somebody out there that's going to jump in on my turf, but what I am prepared to do is to tell you, get out there, Google online shops, closing down online shops. Wow. I came across so many. And I tell you, in America, hundreds and hundreds of online closing. Not just clothing, as I said, some are kitchenware, some are bedding, some are a lot of adult clothing. And there was one in America, and I can't remember it because it really wasn't something for me, but I did click on it thinking they may have had children's clothes. They had absolutely beautiful clothes for adults only, for $1 and $2 American, $1 and $2 US money. So what I'm saying is, I do believe you had to buy bulk though. I don't think they would give you that deal if you were to go on and buy one dress. I think most of them had a minimum spend. I know here in Australia, I was very fortunate. Minimum spend was about 30. There was a couple that were 50. They really didn't interest me, those ones, not because of the 50, but because their prices were a little bit higher than I wanted to go. Um, but you know what? I'm going to keep my eye on those sites because they've only just started closing down. They're going to eventually get to a point they got to get out of where, they got to close down, close their site down, stop all their overheads, and I'm going to keep looking. And when they start reducing, then I'll buy. But yeah, just watch that because sometimes, when you put a few things in the basket and you get to it, it will say minimum order such and such. I didn't see it on the front page, but I did see it in a couple of the ones that I tried to put something in a basket and click out. I was actually doing it just to see what their postage cost was, but that's how it came up. So just be aware of that. You may have a minimum order, but it is worth doing it because, as I said, that shop in America now, it's an online shop only, as I said. Now, I do believe it was around California, but as I said, I can't remember it, the name, but the clothes were beautiful clothes, like elegant clothes. So, um, I would just buy them and keep them and resell them. I am a born reseller, so, but yes, I think you could do quite well as long as you didn't go silly and buy hundreds. While I've got you here, let me just tell you something about selling online and selling to a majority. Like my majority is mothers and grandmothers. And I sell clothes that you can't normally buy in the shop. So some are handmade, some are from overseas, some are, all that. Most of my clothes don't come off a hanger here, or it might be a children's boutique that's gone down, or it might be from China, which is a box that's been left at the wharves that hasn't been picked up. So yeah, all those sort of things. The mothers and grandmothers that buy from me, and that's the majority of the people that buy from me, they don't like going to places like Kmart, Walmart, Costco, wherever you see 101 of the same dress. The 30 of the same dresses all hung up. They're the people that buy from me. And I can relate to that because I was like that when I had my daughter. You might think, oh, that's a bit snooty. Everybody's different. Everybody is different. Sometimes you like to wear a different item than you'll see. You might get on a train and sit near someone and they got the same shirt on. I don't like doing that. I don't know who does as an adult, and I don't see why children. And in saying that, yes, I shopped at Kmart and Walmart and Target and all that for their day clothes. But now my prices of my clothes, which are mostly original, are day clothes pricing. So that's what I like. I don't